Howdy folks, welcome back to another episode of Cook with Bev, the first one of the new summer season. It's been a beautiful day today, first weekend in December here in New Zealand, and it's really turned it on. So we're going to have a bit of a cook up. I thought we'd do a video and we'll have a wee look under here and see what we've got. We've got a bird. Righto, today we're doing something special folks. We're taking one from the Bible. I got this last Christmas, and unfortunately this is the first thing I've cooked out of it. So we're going to do a few more out of this book this year. So we've got the Weber's Greatest Hit beer can chicken, but I haven't got a beer can. I've actually got a Kamado Joe ceramic beer can, which is the same gist. It's got a wee bit of liquid in the bottom of it, so we'll get the show on the road. In here I've got 2 baskets of charcoal. I'll bring yous in and have a wee look in a second. With some firelighters in here. We're going to do this one hot and fast. So I've got 2 baskets, and we'll be splitting them to the sides of the Weber and getting the chicken in the centre of the grill there. So without further ado, I'll light these up, and then I'll bring the camera over and you can have a wee look at the setup. So here folks, here's your setup here. We've got the 2 baskets just filled level. We've got the firelighter going underneath there. We'll let them arc up and give them a good 15 to 20 minutes to really get some heat on, and then we'll get the old bird in the old kettle here, and hopefully she'll come out all right. Anyway, she's just a waiting game, and we'll let her do its thing. So rightio folks, it's been a good 10-15 minutes. We've got some nice dashed up briquettes here now, so I'll split these baskets up. So I'm just going to pull one basket across to one side and the other one across to the other. Alrighty, that's pretty good. So we're going with an indirect heat, or an indirect cook obviously, and we'll get our grill on. Alrighty, now what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get the lid on there, open those top vents. Those bottom vents are already hard open, and I'm just going to give that another 5 minutes to get the kettle up to temp, and then we'll get the bird in. And I've got some over here. I've got some hickory chunks, or were chunks that I've split down into a semi-chip, semi-chunk, and I've also given them a bit of a soak. So they've just had a soak in just water, just to slow them down a little bit. And when we put the bird in, we'll put half of those chips on there, and then we'll give it once our smoke starts to peter out, we'll put the rest of them on. But until then, we've just got to wait it out. The bird, as you may see, has got a dry rub on it. The rub is a homemade rub. It's the one out of the book. It is 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of paprika, or smoked paprika. I've got smoked paprika. 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, and 1 teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, and that is what is on there. And it's got a nice covering on the inside as well as a bit of a coating on the outside. So that is the recipe as per Weber's 100 Greatest Hits, and we're going to see whether it's within the 100. And anyway, that there should be getting up to temperature very, very soon. I'll bring you back and we'll get this bird in and some smoking chips on, and get the cook underway. Alrighty folks, that's had a good 5 minutes to come up to temp. So it's time to put the old bird in. A lid off there. Rightio, now we'll get the old bird over. Now I've got one probe in here, folks, and I've put that probe up into the thickest part of the thigh, but without touching the bone. From my understanding, from what I can read, the chicken thigh requires a little bit more cooking than what the chicken breast does, the white meat. So that's why we take the temperature out of the thigh, to make sure that we have got our internal up to temperature in the thigh. So anyway, we'll get him on right in the centre of the grill. Now you'll see that I've got his wings pegged in there with just a couple of toothpicks. Get that out over there. Get the lid on. So obviously we're going to have our vent right in the centre. We don't want it over top of either one of, oh, just about forgot our smoking chips there, folks. We better get some of those on. We'll flick up a side here, and like I said, I'm going to put on about half of these chips, these sticks, and there we go. Smoke, beautiful smoke. That's what we love to see. Righto, this time we'll get the lid over, and like I was saying previously, we have the vents in the centre between the two baskets. I have my thermometer on already. I'll hook up my probe, and that's it. We're cooking, folks. I'm going to give that. Well, I'm going to keep an eye on it, and as soon as I see our smoke start to peter out, I'm going to open her up, and I'm going to chuck in the rest of that hickory chip there, and we'll keep that smoke going and get a nice heavy smoke on it. But until then, we just got to let her do her thing. So we'll come back to you soon when we're time to put some chips on, and I'll give you a sneaky peek. Anyway, till then, folks. Well, rightio, folks. It's probably been about 40 minutes, and I'm well impressed with the amount of smoke that's come off those chips. But we'll have a wee sneaky peek in here. Oh, look at that. That does look good. Rightio, and I'll put that down and alrighty, come on over there. I'll get that next lot of chips on. And that's it, away we go. Although, I'm well impressed with that, folks. That looks fantastic. Anyway, we'll let it do its thing. It's getting a little bit burnt over the top there where it comes close to the lid. So in between breaks, I think I'm just going to run away and grab a little bit of aluminium foil and just shield that over so it doesn't burn the skin away too much. So next time you see it, it might have a wee bit of foil on top. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. Look at that beautiful smoke coming out of there, folks. Rightio. We'll leave it at that, and we'll come back to it, and we'll give you a good look at it when she's all cooked. Oakley dokley. See you soon. Well, rightio, folks. It is the time. I kind of got a little bit distracted, and we've let our internal temperature creep up a little bit over where it should be, but it's all right because it's chicken. And one thing I can say to you, folks, is chicken can handle a little bit of overcooking. In fact, it's a great meat for the beginner because it's fantastic for that. Look at that. As you can see, I didn't bother putting that tin foil on there. I thought, let's just let it char up. So as you can see, it's done that quite superbly. Now, we'll get that probe out. over here. And we'll get this bird out. And I'll see if I can get the Kamado Joe with it at the same time. Beautiful. Look at that. And we've burnt through probably about 2/3 of our briquettes, folks. So there's still quite a bit of cooking left in there. We needed to have that heat up. We got her up to around 400 Fahrenheit or 200 C. So that is the result. That is, I don't know if you can hear that, folks, but that's crackly. Anyway, we'll let it give her a bit of a rest, at least 15 minutes, and let it cool down, and then we'll open her up and have a good look at her. Yep, until then. Alrighty, folks, she's been about 10-15 minutes. Not quite sure, I didn't actually look at the clock, I've just let time go by. But anyway, we'll get this thing off. So there's the Kamado Joe ceramic beer can, which I got from a second-hand shop for $2. Score of the year. Get our toothpicks out. Rightio. And get our knife here and go straight in down the thigh. Ooh. She's definitely juicy. So there we are, folks. You can see the juice dripping out of there. Nice and crispy skinned. Oh well. Now I know why she's in the Weber's greatest hits. That is superb. Mmm. That is outstanding. Highly recommend you try that, folks. That's a great recipe. Rightio. Well, that concludes another video, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have cooking it and eating it. So anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, you know, she's going to be tasty, boys.